Well, I've got it open and waiting, so... The game does look good, doesn't it?
It does, doesn't it? You know, things. That's one thing that I always love about this. Well, it's a weird deal, but the fact that Titus, whenever you're in close combat, always procedurally gets blood on it. It's just a cool deal. Once you're in it.
Well, to be fair, when you're slaughtering that many orcs.
You know what I'm saying?
When you're slaughtering that many orcs.
It's true.
Also, just for reference, I don't know if we've said, but how many orcs that he quite happily just goes around killing in that game. That's how powerful Space Marines actually are.
He's actually a little underpowered in this, to be fair.
Yeah.
Because they can take way more punishment than this. It's more of a gameplay thing. But yeah, the amount is probably about right. 3 Space Marines, this many orcs. Yeah, makes sense.
I was listening.
That's right. That's why I want to do that kill team with only 3 of them, because I don't know, it just feels right. It was fun doing the motion capture for this. I bet they had a right line.
Well, to be fair, it must have been a bit more difficult than normal as well, because in motion capture you already have to be a bit more exaggerated with your motions. And trying to do it in a way that makes a Space Marine moving around look realistic.
Yeah, that's true. You gotta seem like heavy and stuff, don't you? I reckon they just strapped sandbags to them.
No, they would have been wearing weighted vests.
You'd need more than... It's not as in terms of running around heavy, John. Don't forget, leaving just their arms is more armour than we could physically carry.
Yes,
So-
I know, but don't forget they also have to maintain safety and such. And bearing in mind...
back then, I think it was a lot less of a concern.
And also, don't forget Space Marines are also meant to be like, who knows how many times stronger than us.
Yes, stronger, but their armour does limit movement.
Yeah, they actually have quite a problem in moving around, in that they are so heavy that they have to be careful when they walk, because they just fall through stuff.
Chatter from Imperial Guard forces on the ground.
Like, they're generally not used in like boarding parties and stuff, because they just, like
Heading
metal
towards the
gratings
front
and stuff, they just go
lines
through.
I will meet you there.
Because they're heavy. Very heavy. And it's like, it's not like a tank kind of heavy, where like that weight is spread out over the tracks either. It's like pinpointing on admittedly two very big feet, but feet nonetheless.
Remain calm. Evacuate.
Best bit about this game. Being able to one-hit kill the engine.
Access authorized. The Emperor be with you, Space Marine.
I have also stocked up on snacks for tomorrow, so...
Hey, good choice. I didn't think to do that.
Oh, I can't take a walk over to Wilco's because I've still got a £10 gift voucher.
Oh, goodness.
It's a love to shop one.
Oh, right.
If it was more, I'd consider like something from Argos, so like an actual.
I think you can put it towards something. That's with fun.
Yeah, I know. But at the same time, it'll just be to make up some kit stuff. I need new set of skills for my kitchen. My old one broke. I always forget to use the grenades in that game.
I never have enough grenades. Well, so one thing that I always forget to use is the fury thing.
I remember that.
Yes, I use that so much in the campaign.
Right,
Like, I literally use it for regeneration, and then when there's a horde of orcs just smashing everything.
Let me rephrase that. I remember to use it occasionally. The thing that I never remember to use is range.
Range?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah.
While you're in Fury, if you zoom in, it like does like a
Oh,
bullet time
that.
kind of thing. Yeah, I never remember.
Yeah. I use it occasionally, but it's more the fact of, look, you're massively strong, just go crush them.
Yeah.
So, and like I said, I also use it for the health regen you get.
Are you wounded?
That's true.
The Codex Astartes warns against using jump packs to leap blindly into enemy fire, and for good reason.
Your days as a novice are behind you. Why do you still interpret the Codex so narrowly?
I look to its rules for guidance.
We all do. But there are also benefits to thinking for yourself. Yes.
Aiko is like, oh yeah, you shouldn't listen to rules, just use your head more, says the man who does not wear a helmet. I mean,
It's
I
a good
agree
point.
with him, but at the same time, he's not an authority on it.
Gretchens.
Chins. I was trying to just spam beyond them, but there was too many to actually like get through, so we just go with a solid swing and it just murders them.
Sedona's picked up local Imperial Guard communications. They survived under the shadow of that gun. I want to know how.
Keep firing! Keep firing!
Guardsmen. You saved yourselves. We thought you did.
We would be, my lord, if not for the lieutenant.
Where will we find this lieutenant?
At the front lines. Follow the trench network to the lieutenant's command bunker.
What?
They
Carry on,
pronounce
Garston.
lieutenant as
We rendezvous with
lieutenant,
Sedonas.
even
Then
though
we
it's
find this
very
lieutenant.
clearly
We need
spelled
updated intel on the
lieutenant.
gunfight.
Yeah, it does drive me nuts, that.
Through here, my
Don't
lords.
get it.
Head out the upper level and continue through the plaza. The bunker is beyond.
Actually, side note, that is extra annoying, the fact that
Remarkable.
they're using the
A few
American
hundred against a million orcs.
the fact that they're using the American pronunciation. That Warhammer is an English thing.
My legs. I can't feel my legs. I got to see a space marine.
Scary. Oh, that guy's alive.
Watch over those who fight in your name.
Captain. I'm in position at a broken monument near the guard lines.
How far did you get through this, John?
The campaign.
Must be met.
What bit am I up to? Chaos have coming, so they're being a pain.
Oh, right, okay, that's good.
I Snapchatted you, remember? Because you
Yes.
weren't sure why I was referencing Luke. I've got a bit
yeah,
beyond that. Can't
See,
remember
found
what
something
bit
to keep you
exactly,
busy.
but a bit
Hurry
beyond
up,
that.
Captain.
Okay.
I know
I've saved some orcs for you.
the other Space Marines with me
The orcs
are
have got that
concerned
gun well defended,
about
no
how...
mistake.
Oh,
But
the big
typical orc
Titan
behaviour
thing
would
has
be
just
to dismantle
blown
or
up the
destroy
warp
the
gate
gun.
thing.
And certainly not use it to keep our forces
Aye.
at bay.
That's the
There's
bit
a
I'm up to.
strategy behind it.
I've just
right,
done
okay.
that.
Their leader is
So-
no fool.
This day is getting interesting.
I may have encountered the orc during our jump to the surface.
That was the orc ship I saw crash near here, I take it. Did he survive?
I do feel the
If
need
the
to
horde
ask John.
hasn't turned on itself, it's
You're
still
still
under its
working
control.
on D&D notes and that. How much do you think we're actually going to get done?
It's not so much more session I'm working on. It's the general typing everything up ready. So it's more for my own benefit.
Fair enough.
Making it easier for
I
me
was
to
just
run.
thinking, you've put quite a few hours into typing stuff up and everything. I was just thinking, is this all really for all for tomorrow?
No, so basically I can't really show you some of this. So
Oh, I'm getting inside information, lads.
No, I'm not going to say that you're at the time.
no, I'm gonna put it in server chat so you can all see.
Oh, my advantage.
It's like I've got a Word document, so like the one that was screenshotted from is my NPCs document. I basically have a list of all the cities, all the locations, and the characters within those locations that I've typed up so far. Now that doesn't look like much, but that's because that's the only bit I could show you that didn't give away stuff you've not seen yet.
Oh yeah, called Steam Fan.
Steamfast? You mean Lord Stemfast?
I don't know if you remember, but I couldn't quite remember what it was, so I referred to it as Steam Fan when we were playing.
So yeah, so I've got an NPCs document, I've got a quest
Target
document,
that squid.
stuff like that. As well as I'm going to be typing up a document for each session plan. So, which I am editing a session plan for tomorrow, but that's because I've just figured out how I'm going to get Danny.
Has he sent you the stuff yet?
Nope, he's at work, isn't he?
I mean, yeah, but
He's making the character after work.
okay.
Look out, drop ship.
So, which I'm not gonna lie, I'm a bit annoyed because I've been asking him all week so that I didn't have to try and plan it last minute. But
I'm
he
not
kept
sure what
forgetting.
you were expecting.
Yeah, he's busy.
Oh no.
And don't forget, I also only just made my character portrait about an hour ago, so...
Don't forget,
Your
I also
portrait
just found mine about an hour ago.
Your portrait wasn't that big. Is that something that you could have done and just handed to me right before we started? Because it takes me 10 seconds to stick it in the scene. But if Dan had given me his character like 10 seconds before we started, there's no way I could have written him in that time. So there is a bit of a difference. Having said that, I've no idea how long tomorrow's session's gonna last. I've got enough to last at least a couple of hours, I think. But I don't know.
Think how long you think it's going to last and multiply it by 4.
It's not gonna last that long, I don't think. Not unless you guys do
Dropship incoming.
some really daft stuff. But if that's the case, I can just cut it up and save it for next week. So it'll just be a case of finding a suitable place to leave it.
literally smack bang in the middle of a fight.
Yeah, no, that's just stupid.
Oh, it could work to be continued.
Dun, 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 dun. What? No, I haven't. Oh wow, look at you actually fighting him properly.
Yeah. It's not fun otherwise.
I assure you I do not fight them properly.
I know.
Space Marines, thank you. We thought we were done for. Where is your command?
Yeah, well, I think you're supposed to
Inside, the door is
use
sealed.
grenades to stun them. If you want to take one in, really, I think you're supposed
Imperial
to.
Guard, we are Ultramarines. Open this door.
No, just do that.
Space
All the
Marines.
side steppies. I always play games like that. I always play games like
Word from the second wrecking.
not how they should
Another
be
horde
played,
of
but like how
greenskins headed
the
here
how
from the
like
south.
it like would be, if you know what I mean, as opposed to like what's best.
Reinforce their position, hold the line, and stay alive.
Aye, Lieutenant.
You sniffing it?
Thank thee.
No.
What?
No.
Second Lieutenant Mira,
What?
203rd Cadian Regiment.
Captain Titus of the Ultramarines.
You are in command.
I'm all that's left, my lord. Unless my commanders rise from the grave. So far, they seem content to stay put.
Lieutenant, the scouts have returned to forward base.
How many?
2.
Damn. I sent out 10. That damn gun. We don't have the numbers to make an assault. And as you might have seen, it's shooting down all our support vessels.
That is why we are here. Leave the gun to us.
Come with me, then. I should warn you, my lords. We've got a slight orc problem down here.
We've got a slight talk problem down here.
Genetic scan
Technically
complete.
not incorrect.
Adeptus Astartes. Access authorized.
What do you know of the Titans on this planet?
There you go,
Only that
you've
our
got
troops
Fury.
were sent to guard the Titan Invictus at Manufactory Ajakis. That was 2 weeks ago, and we've lost contact with them.
We need to reach that Titan.
Your fastest route is across the rail bridge behind the gun complex.
The jump,
Leads directly
I would
to the
argue,
gates of the manufactory.
in the campaign, the jump pack is
Jump pack
possibly
is
the best bit.
Bean's knees. Jump pack and
Maybe a field
thunder.
manual. Stuck
Yes.
in bloody forge world and not a single tech priest in sight.
Eh. Go on the Steam store just to have a browse. Literally in the new and trending, there are still 2 things with the tag sexual content, because of course.
What are you looking at? Because it must be doing it based on recommendations.
No, this is new and trending.
Yeah, but it still sort of does it on recommendations.
Everything else isn't actually as bad, it's specifically the new and trending bit.
I think it's specifically the Ewan trending bit, but okay.
Because if I go on the top stuff, one of them, oh, both of them are still there, so...
Check out the new DLC then. Yep. I can't.
No clue where I'm looking for that.
Some DLC. Look, gold pin it. What the DLC usually is, it's like, click on like the seal, but
I see what you mean. I see what you mean by only 6 tagged as a silent.
yeah.
Let's see which 6 it is. The VR, the H3 character pack, Gage Russian weapon pack, John Wick heist, Scarface heist.
The Orcs hold the trenches beyond the ruins and the battlements beyond that.
And the gun battery.
The Orcs took it almost as soon as we got here, nearly 2 weeks ago. Our unit was the only one to make landfall before they gained control. Now none of our ships can get past the gun.
No. No.
Weapons authorization confirmed. Access granted.
Let me drop my heavy I was like skeptical going up to it because I was like, well, it's going to want me to pick this up. So I was like thinking, right, well, I'll drop it nearby, pick up the new thing, and then I'll go back to it. And then as I went over to it, he dropped it himself, and then pick it back up. Sad times.
That's where the Orcs breached the gun battery. We haven't been able to make it inside the wall. There just aren't enough of us.
You have survived this long on your own, Lieutenant. You have done well. But you are no longer alone. We will retake the gun. You will get your reinforcements.
I'll hold you to that, Captain.
We're heading back to the command post, Captain. Good luck. 29, 30, 34. Injured workers should seek treatment in Sector 46.
Shoot those humans!
Orcs on the high ground.
To account for emergency disruption of production.
Space Marines! Shoot me again!
I just threw all 5 my grenades. Because it was like a grenade refill. So like, I'll use them all, I can get them all back. Threw them all. Went to the grenade refill. Doesn't refill all the grenades.
Space Marines!
Nicely done. Nicely done.
Once we get through these battlements, we will use the breach caused by the rock to enter the gun fortress.
Yeah, it costs. I wonder how much it costs nowadays to get a license.
I have no clue.
I mean, I know they're very liberal with it, but I don't know, it'd be cool.
Oh my god, if we could create a game for Warhammer 40k based around D&D, that'd be great.
That would be cool. Just saying, a Deathwatch game around D&D would be the best, given that just Deathwatch have access to everything. It just fit insanely well.
They must be powering orc contraptions across the battlefield.
Tim, nobody said anything in chat.
Captain, assault
100%
support
not paying
pods were
attention
dropped
to
in this area.
I don't think so.
Okay, good.
Nope.
Good. Where we go, Tim?
Take to the high ground, Captain.
Here we go.
We'll deal with the orcs down here.
Clump of them. Oh. Oh, look at the particles, Tim.
Oh, that was meaty.
It was like, there's a lot of gibbs.
Space Marines!
just trying to keep my eye open for the several skulls as well. Not like a proper look, but like a little bit of an eye. So I've got more on this one, yeah.
There's one thing. It's going to be interesting to see what Luke thinks in terms of Dan suddenly joining us for the campaign.
It's true, I don't know if he knows.
He does. Well, even better,
I'm
don't.
not gonna tell him.
You say, don't tell him. When Dan's in the call with him, we'll just be like, oh yeah, he's just listening in.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say, just wait until train driver Dan turns up.
To be fair, I don't even know if he knows I'm swapping characters.
That's a good point. I don't know if he knows he's small.
Luke's gonna be in for a bit of a fun session.
Twists and turns.
Here is the rock at last.
What happens when you go to Archeon without us?
You're not even salty about him not even going to see the film. You're just salty about him going to Archeon.
No, it just annoys me because, like, he very clearly could have come. He just chose not to. But, like, and I wouldn't mind if he just wasn't bothered. But it was the A, the lack of notification. B, like, he just wasn't upfront about any of it. That's what bothers me.
Well, he said afterwards he was going to go see it with Ian. It's like, that's fine, but why didn't you just say that beforehand? We're not fussed. Oh no, I will go see it with Ian. That's fine. Just tell us so we're not stood around waiting for you or trying to get hold of you to see where you are.
Yeah, so we weren't like late to the film, but we did miss some of the trailers. Oh, what? Why? Hey up.
Hello.
Boo.
Okay. Can you nose him?
What?
Can you nose him?
There is actually a thing where you can run over in VR, but it only is the standard version, not Taiko version.
Don't know what words just came out of your mouth.
Clearing this place will take days.
Those
Different
guardsmen
versions
cannot
of the
survive
game.
that long. We find a way
Like,
to destroy.
Taiko's drums. Taiko's drums. It's not necessarily a mod for it. It's just a different game mode, essentially.
All right. Okay.
I was thinking. Just imagine it's a different game mode.
A vengeance launcher.
That sounds promising.
Standard Ursa is you moving around the mouse to click on objects around the screen, whereas this one's
Keys.
yeah.
It's like the CS:GO goes.
Many capabilities should expect significant delay in regarding
It's all about keys and the crates.
Wow.
Different kind of keys.
Southeast Ultra. Access granted.
An armory. Sure to be something useful.
Lockdown in effect.
Look here, Captain. Melter charges.
Put those in the right place, and this whole fortress will come down.
We could put the charge on one of the gun's shells.
Leandros, you do the chapter proud.
Releasing safeguards. Remember that we honor the machine's
Just saying, well, I'm not actually going to give any indication as to whether you're right or wrong. But when you say you think my character's small, define what you mean by that. As in, how small are you thinking?
Not like Luke's. Like actually small. Like, he's the kind of character in films that is sent into the tiny enclosed space because of their size kind of small.
That's rather specific.
It's just the biggest example I can come up with.
Shell storage is below.
access restricted to upper decks.
Why would the mum think our nerves would be put out of joint for that?
To be fair though, that's actually a pretty decent price.
Oh yeah.
Preference, well, our parents have just booked a holiday in August. £600 for a week.
We need to get the shell into that loader.
What's not cool about that?
Well, I mean, if you two come, where am I going to go for my birthday?
We're not going.
We're not going.
No, that's okay.
That's what Mom's worried about. She thinks that we're
What's the
going
charge
to
on that shell?
like, as she's put it, have our noses out of joint because they've booked a holiday.
What's to do with you? Is it?
I've
move the
literally
shell
just
into
said we're
place.
not going to be mad because they're going on holiday.
Dare you enjoy yourselves?
Yeah, to be fair, for 4 people, £600 for a full week in August
Oh,
is...
proper cottage by the look of it. That sleeps 4.
Yeah,
Cannot rely
the
on luck
mums
for
and the
this,
2
Sir
girls.
Donis. We follow the shell up and make sure it reaches its destination.
Aye. Now back to the lift.
I just kind of forget. I don't forget about Lucy. I forget about Justine.
Well, to be fair...
In my head, she just kind of registered as not there.
To be fair, don't often talk about them. Not even in a mean way, they just very rarely come, so I can see why you'd forget.
Yeah. They just, I don't know. It's a bit of like out of sight, out of mind kind of deal.
Also, it's not just me, John. The way that she's suggesting how they might allow a tent on the grounds,
I think she wants us to go with them. But, as I've just said, I'm hoping to be working by then. I want to have a job over something.
my honest thing with going on holiday.
Tim was straight. He just straight up one hits me. I don't get to
Oh,
do anything about it. I don't get a choice. It's the first death in the whole thing, and it's just because he backhanded me.
It's what? It's Tim. I'm worried about. He doesn't do any holidaying like you and do camping and stuff. How is that a worry?
Tim's going to be on his VR. He'll be able to holiday anywhere in the world, technically.
You seem to have annoyed me.
I literally just put what's to worry about. Yeah, I think my thing with just going on holiday like that, it's already kind of difficult going home because they have quite a limited internet.
Well, I mean, to be fair, a lot of people use holidays to sort of get away from all that for a little bit.
No, I mean just going home. And on top of that, everyone at home is very early to bed people. And if I go on holiday, don't even really have my computer with me. And I know it's like, oh, you're on holiday, socialise with them. They go to bed early. It genuinely leaves me with about 4 hours each day where I'm just sat doing nothing.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from, but I would say less socialise with them, more just sort of enjoy yourself, just like relax. Enjoy being away from it all a bit.
That's 1/6 of every single day on holiday. Physically unable to do anything. Like, what am I meant to do in those 4 hours before I actually manage to go to bed?
I don't know. Maybe, I don't know, if you only had like some pins and something that you could paint.
I physically couldn't sit and do that for 4 hours every day. Oh god. I don't want you to feel unwanted or never get any holidays. I know holidays aren't great for you, but neither is never happening. I think I would feel better about it if you two or you and some other mates booked some time away.
Oh god, they want us to book time away. Oh no. Does that mean together or?
I don't know.
I think they mean as in us lot go camping or
I
something.
don't have the emotional capacity.
There would be murder. I don't know who it would. I don't know who would be murdering who, but there would
We
be.
did discuss it at one point.
Yeah, but that was like
it's
for
not
one
really
night, not
valuable.
like an actual like holiday. It's different.
Yeah.
I think the thing is, if you go for one night, you can sit and have fun with it. You know, just playing games, etc. I'd stop there because
I was gonna say, yeah.
you can just sit and play games and that, but as soon as you like start getting to 2 or 3 days, you actually have to start putting up with each other. If you get what I mean?
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah, I can't do that. Depends actually. If there is somewhere that I can go where I am not near people, that's fine. Because I just need some time away from people to just sort of recharge myself.
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah. Being cooped up with people just does not do it.
I think my overall thing that why would I spend, like, we'll say for me it costs 150 quid to go on holiday for a week like that, when I just sit and be bored for most of it.
As in I get where you come
Authorization. The Emperor be with you. Space Marine.
from. Maximum load unlocked. Yay.
Firing now.
Space Marines!
There's our shell. The orcs have pulled it out of
Artillery shell moving
Then we
into
put
position.
it back. Leandros, get the shell into that loader. I will cover you.
Firing now.
Incoming fire. Incoming.
Gun firing.
Agreed. Find an exit.
Alarm. Severe structural damage.
The guardsmen will get their supplies now.
Captain Titus, you are a man of your word, my lord. Thank you.
What is your situation, Lieutenant?
We're gathering our wounded and are heading to the Andrews habitation block to establish an outpost. With the cannon down, our support craft will land there.
Very well. My battle brothers and I must secure any operational Warlord-class Titans before the Orcs can loot them.
Good luck.
Legate!
That bridge is a testament to the might of the Imperium.
The Adeptus Mechanicus are masterful architects.
Their work outlived all of them.
Did the Lieutenant not say these tracks went to the complex outside the Titans?
That thing is a battering ram.
Okay.
Yep.
Who?
I'll probably head to bed soon. Just type up some more. I'll still inevitably have to wing some of it, knowing you guys, but
It's fun.
pretty much.
I would be very impressed if you could plan for every element. Because, well, I suppose you can plan for every element. The only feasible way that would be is good.
No, I do know someone who does that, and it's not good. Down to the fact that people won't play D&D with him anymore.
It doesn't sound fun.
Is it someone I know?
Cameron. Basically, to give you an idea of sort of things he's done. Basically, if you do something that he doesn't like or that he doesn't want you to do,
He's not really going to want you on stream. Well.
Did the lieutenant not say these tracks went to the
I'll just want to mention the name again. Basically, if you do something, if you try and do something that he doesn't like or he doesn't want you to do, he just says no. Just straight up no. Like for example, when there was a night of D&D at one point, one guy Matt had a really good idea for what he was going to do. His character had a spell called Dig, which basically lets him dig a hole in the ground, funnily enough. And they got attacked by, I can't remember what it was, but some men attacking him with bows. So he was like, right, I'm going to dig a hole, because then I've got cover. And it's like, actually, that's a pretty good idea, he's got cover. But Cameron was like, nope. Why not? You can't do it. Why?
Well, I will
Because
say,
I think you can't do it.
this kind of does depend on the context. Because if they're sit on a boat, like a metal boat.
No, they're in the
I'd
middle of a
get
big
it,
field.
But
They're in the middle of a big field. There's no reason for him not to do it. Even if there was, he didn't specify a reason. He just said, yeah, I'm saying you can't do it, so you can't do it.
yeah, don't say. I mean, the whole draw is that you can do whatever you want. That's like the thing of it. So you take that away.
Yeah, basically the way he DMs is you've got to do what he wants you to do, or you're not doing it, basically. Which is why I know a few people won't play with him anymore, because while he's good at coming up with stories and that, he does, unless you do what he wants, it's not happening.
I see. So it's like don't do that or you'll ruin my story, because it's very heavily crafted and therefore very easy to break kind of situation.
From what I've heard, kind of.
Right.
So, like, I've not actually played with him, but I can't say, given what I've been told, I'd be particularly interested.
Again, I get where he's coming from, but those stories just don't lend themselves to that. Which doesn't fit.
No. So, personally, I find half the fun is seeing what you guys will do when dropped in the world. Yeah, it gives me a bit of a headache when I've got to wing stuff, but...
Yeah, I think you're better off thinking of it as like making a sandbox game, where you're going to make the world, you're going to give them an objective in it, and you just let them go about it.
Now to stop this
That's basically the thing. Basically, when you plan this, I've been told this by a couple of good DMs, you basically want to set up a base structure for what they want to do, but then you basically let, like, you guys as the players, do whatever you want within that structure, and you just try and guide you, like, give you the odd nudge in a certain direction. But at the end of the day, you're there to do what you want. This is your game world, so to speak. So, while there are still times when the DM has to put their foot down and say no, and change things or whatever, most of the time it is there for you to have fun. So...
Do wonder if John's phone's going off.
Yeah.
Do wonder if John's phone's going off.
I've no clue. Can't hear it from over here in Hull. Oh wait, yes I can.
Sidonis, time to impact.
Less than 4 minutes.
Need to deal with that dropship. Penetrated zone.
These trains have point defense coverage. There'll be a heavy weapon. Forward then.
Turret sighted.
Cover me while I get to that weapon.
What's that? Shoot me again.
Tim, look at the stream right now.
I've got it closed.
Guy off the stream. Not off the stream, sorry, off the train. You missed out.
Cut him some big! Kill you for that! Spice
Oh wait, I'll see if I can do this guy. Ah, nice. Nah, you missed out. You'll have to go back and watch the VOD.
Space Marines! Kill him!
The Manufactorum still holds.
Some Imperial Guard units made it here after all.
They cannot hold for long. We must hurry.